Welcome, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to the ASCWU public meeting. We're going to call this meeting to order at 1 p.m. I'm going to give the board a few seconds to look over the agenda. I did, however, find a spelling error on 5.72. Just president is spelled wrong, but other than that. Does it look good?
I think Nick has a thing.
This is for the old agenda?
It's
Or for the new one?
the new one. I would like to.
We're still on the old agenda currently. So
Okay. Motion to approve the minutes.
Second. All right, it's approved. Moving on to the new agenda.
I'd like to add senator confirmations to my section of the agenda, because we did just have a few senators just apply.
Any others? Okay. Motion.
Yeah. Motion to approve the agenda with the amendments.
Seconded.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Motion approved. So we're going to go ahead and start with introductions. Hi, my name is Jasmine Washington, and I am your president.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alejandro Alcántar, and I'm the Executive Vice President.
I am Ashley Clipper. I am your VP for Clubs and Hold the Orgs.
And I'm Nicholas Mejia, Vice President for Academic Affairs.
My name is Jacob Robles, proxy for Jessica Hernandez.
Hi everyone, my name is Mikhail Candelaria. I'm your VP for Student Life and Facilities.
Hi, my name is Zachary Turner. I'm your VP for Legislative Affairs.
Okay, we're going to start with Alejandro in the officer report.
For my report, I would just like to say that we do have seats available on certain committees still. One committee that's really looking for students is the Parking Advisory Board. And the side note on that is that they're also creating a separate Parking Advisory Board to kind of look at the issues with parking separate from just appeals for tickets. So we decided that Mikhail is going to be our designated representative, and if he's unable to serve, then he will be in charge of designating another student for that. But yeah, definitely make sure to apply for committees. If you go to cwu.edu/ASCWU, click on my name, and then you can find student representation on committees, which will take you to the application. So yeah. With that, I yield my time.
All right, and in the clubs world, we have club councils on November 13th. Yep, that's November. And December 4th at 7 p.m. in Samuelson 104. And funding council will commence tentatively next Wednesday. And the interim training for funding council has been the past 2 weeks. And there are some positions that are not filled, so clubs will be receiving notifications about if they are going to have to represent that in the jury duty style that they chose. The newsletter, it will be sent out this week, and I've been working on that today, so ideally it will be sent out today. And Booth Central is tomorrow, and it is... yeah, it'll be fun. From 5 to 7, there'll be some clubs there giving out some candy. That is all thanks to campus activities. And yeah, follow CWU_engagement on Instagram for all the club updates you can ask for. And with that, I yield my time.
All right, moving on to me. So on November 12th, there will be an academic advising council meeting in Black 151 during the second portion of the Student Academic Senate meeting. I encourage students to be there and give their input on the new model in order to find gaps and give their suggestions to make it even better. Again, this meeting will take place in the second half of the Student Academic Senate meeting at 6:30 in Black 151 on November 12th. I also encourage students to come to the Student Academic Senate meetings and voice your concerns. We need more senators. Currently, we have around 18 senators, and we need upwards of 50 to represent all of the academic departments. It's very important that your departments have that representation, as well as those colleges. You are the voice for those departments and those colleges, and it's important that we know the issues that are going on within those departments. Again, meetings are bi-weekly. And if you're interested in becoming a senator, please come to the office of ASCWU and visit my office in Circ 236. I'll help you get started on becoming a senator, or you can email me at ascwu.academic@cwu.edu. And again, please visit me and bring your concerns regarding academic issues within your departments and colleges. I'd be glad to work on them. And then recently, I went to visit the Linwood campus last week and got to meet many of the students there. We talked about grievances that they had regarding the resources that they have, and even WEPA printing, which they aren't a fan of. And I'm working with some of those students to get those issues resolved, and I'm in contact with a few directors as well. They also would like to, at some point, visit the Ellensburg campus, and I think it's very important that they do, because they are just like us here, and they deserve to see what CWU is about. And then moving on, I'd like to confirm two senators that just put in their applications for the chemistry department. One of them is Robert Ring, who would serve as the senator, who applied for the senator position, and then Pascal Garcia, who would serve as the senator alternate. I think I need a motion.
Are we doing anything? This is a question, I guess. Do we need to vote on approving SAC senators? Jeff, do you know? Is that a thing?
We can do it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Like we kind of talked about with the Council of Probity and not wanting to vote because we don't know who people are. I don't know. I'm going to abstain because I don't know who these people are. So, that's all.
I need someone else.
We just need a motion.
I move to approve the SAS senators.
Seconded.
All right, we're going to move on to voting. All in favor, signal aye. Against? Abstentions? All right, senators are approved.
And thank you. With that, I yield my time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Robles, the proxy for Jessica Hernandez. ESC meetings happened every Thursday at 3:30 in DEC 105. Another event we would like to promote is Grad Night. Grad School for the Culture on November 18th that will be happening in DEC at 5 p.m. It is a great place to go if you have questions for marginalized identities in grad school and those who have also graduated from grad school. Another event we have amongst the ESC orgs is Bring Your Identity to the Table. It will be on November 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. It is currently scheduled to be at Jessica Hernandez's home, but if location changes, that will be announced at the ESC meeting. And Jessica meets every Tuesday with Candy Cleary, and if any students have anything she would like to deliver or start the discussion with Candy, she encourages you to raise those concerns to her. Dia de los Muertos is also happening this weekend, this Saturday in the Cirque, and with that, I yield my time.
All right, happy hump day, y'all. So on Monday, the 28th of October, we had our second Rec Advisory Board meeting, which was lots of fun. We got to vote on a few fun things that the Rec Center is doing. And then tomorrow, the 31st, is going to be a spooky Student Union and Advisory Board meeting. We'll be voting on 4 exemption requests. We'll keep you all updated. It is also public. Our meeting minutes are public online. And then just reiterating that Booth Central is tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m. You'll catch Wellington there. So be there. And then just your weekly reminder that RHA, Residence Hall Association, is tonight, 6 p.m. in the Wellington Event Center. I have the honor of working on a proposal with Maureen Rust, who is the outreach librarian here on campus with Brooks Library. And her and I and Dean Lubas, who is the dean of the library, is working on a proposal to bring up potentially having a game checkout. So that includes board games, that includes game consoles in the library, where you can check out other things at the circulation desk on that first floor. So we're working on that, but we'll keep you updated as that evolves. And just your weekly reminder to download the Tradition Keeper app and keep plugging away with those traditions. And yeah, I yield.
Thanks. So your ballots are still in your mailbox if you haven't checked your mail, or they are probably sitting on your coffee table collecting dust. So please turn those in by November 5th. No postage needed. You can just throw it in your mailbox. All you got to do is fill in some little bubbles and throw it in your mailbox. If you haven't received it yet, it's probably because you moved without updating your address, or it got sent to your parents' house, whatever. It doesn't matter. Google Vote WA, and you can go on and change your voting address and request a replacement ballot. If you can't do that, you can come down to this room, Circ 137, on November 5th. We can help you print out your ballot, change your address, register you to vote on the same day. As long as you're in this room by 7:59 p.m., you can vote on that day. And yeah, there'll be free donuts. It'll be pretty cool. Still looking for some volunteers, so if anyone wants to volunteer for an hour or so, let me know. The SLAC committee passed part of our legislative agenda at our last meeting. We don't have it all passed yet, but we will in the next 2 weeks. I'll give you all a full update on what that looks like when we have all of it at once. And then last thing, my office is hiring another person to do programming. It should be up on your MyCWU, so if you're interested, apply. Yeah, that's all.
So this past week, I was able to go to the CWU Des Moines campus to visit, and I was also able to talk about some concerns that this campus had and some resources that weren't available to them. And currently, we're going to be working on those to try to see what we can do for them to make sure that all campuses are getting what they need. And yesterday, I was able to go to the Communication 202 class to also talk about some concerns that students might be having. And I really started to acknowledge how important it is for not only me, but my fellow board members to go out and talk to students directly. Most of the time, they're fearful or nervous to come up to our office hours. So in order for us to really start to address the issues and concerns that they have, we have to go to them to figure them out. Keep me up to date on any events that you are having. I always attend if you invite me. So let me know. President on the Run this week is in Panda Express from 1 to 3. So please stop by, come chat about anything. I'm willing to listen. We can be friends too. Oh, don't forget to submit questions for T-Spill. T-Spill is just a way for me to be as transparent with you about any concerns, any questions you may have, and also for me to direct you to the appropriate resource. So if a question is directed towards a certain department, I would love to have them on the show to answer those for you as well. And follow me on Twitter at ASCWU_president. That's the best way to get to me about any questions that you may have, and then I'll reply right away. So we're going to move on to new business. So yesterday we did have a meeting about the Multicultural Center, and during that meeting we decided to restart the conversation based off of what students wanted. As ASCWU, we do acknowledge that we represent the students' voices, so we will continue that conversation. But we are currently in the process of making documentations to make sure that even after our terms that the conversation continues, because we do realize that the building will not be here for us to reap the benefits of it. So to make sure that other boards are being held to that standard of making sure that it's continuing. Announcements. We want to thank 88-1 The Berg for recording us today and every other public meeting that we have. And then we also would like to thank the Wellness Center. They have been going around all month long booing people, and we got booed, and I thought that it would be really cool if we did it a whole different way than other people. Instead of taking a picture, we wanted to put it on recording. And one of the statistics that we got in our baggie was over 13% of college women report they have been stalked. Over these, 42% were stalked by a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. So this is just to show acknowledgement of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So if you would like to learn more about that resource, please reach out to the Wellness Center. Our next public meeting is on November 6th. Oh, and I'm missing public comment. Any public comment? Okay, our next meeting is on November 6th. So can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Sure. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, meeting adjourned.